we're going to do is I'm going to introduce his handler, because Ozzy can't drive the car by himself, right? He can't get to places, so he has what we call a handler. That is Officer Dave. So Officer Dave is here, and he's going to talk to you for a little bit, and then he'll show you Ozzy and some of the cool stuff he can do, okay? All right.
So good at that. All right, hi guys.
Hi.
How are you? Good. So I'm gonna talk to you first about what Ozzy does, because if I bring Ozzy out, you guys won't pay attention to anything I have to say, right? You guys will be watching my dog. I know. And it's funny, your teachers are laughing because they're laughing at you. What's true though is it's just as much for adults as it is for kids. So I'm the same. If I'm at a party or something, I'm playing with the dogs, not the people. I don't care. So his name is Ozzy. He's in the car. You guys saw him a little bit. He's sitting right in my seat. It's great in the wintertime when I get out and he's in my seat and I come back, my seat's all warm. It's like the best seat warmer ever. It's not so great in the summer if he's been playing outside in a swamp or something. It's still warm, but it's warm and gross. So Ozzy is about 3 years old. I've had him for about 2.5 of those years. He's what's called a Belgian Malinois is the breed. It's kind of like a German Shepherd. You guys have seen German Shepherds before, all right? It's kind of like a German Shepherd who's had way too much coffee in the morning. Way too much coffee, okay? He has a ton of energy, too much energy sometimes, but that too much energy is what makes him a really good police dog. He never wants to stop. It is rare that I actually see him tired or worn out. It does happen, but it's not very often. So he has 2 different trainings, all right? And I'll talk about those in a minute. But it took us about 6 months of going to school for him to learn how to be a police dog, all right? It's all done at the police academy. We have a head trainer whose job is to teach me. He teaches me how to train my dog. And he makes sure I do it right and don't mess things up too bad. But so Ozzy's 2 certifications. One is he finds drugs, so he finds medicines and stuff like that for me. And the other one is patrol. That means he helps protect me, he helps find people, he finds evidence, and he does agility. So I'm going to show you guys a couple of those things. This is your playground is really just an agility course, but for kids, right? These are kind of some of the same things that we use at the academy for the dogs and police officers use to show that we can go over obstacles, and some of the same things the military uses to teach their people how to climb over and under things. Except you guys have there's one thing here that you guys have that most military obstacle courses don't have. What do you think that is? Slide. The slide, right? So Ozzy and I will do the slide. Okay, I'll show you how he likes to slide. And there's some of the things on here I can't do with him, but I'll show you what I can, okay? And then I'll show you a little bit about how he finds evidence. So I'll give, actually, do you have your keys? Yeah. Why don't we do it in the grass over there? The wood chips seem to be quite the distraction for him. Yeah, just anywhere over there. Anywhere's fine, doesn't matter. Yeah. So we'll show you in a few minutes how Ozzy will find stuff. And what he's doing is he's looking for something with human odor on it, okay? We'll get to questions after, okay? I promise, we'll have time for questions, all right? So a couple rules when I bring Ozzy out, are that you guys are doing great right now. Just kind of stay in your seats where you are, right? Just stay there and try not to be too excited, okay? Try, that's all I ask. Okay, and the other thing is, when Ozzy and I are up on your playground, I keep wanting to call it an agility course. When we're up on your playground, there's a good chance that he or I will fall. All right, it's okay to laugh because it's usually pretty funny. You just can't tell anybody, okay? Is that fair?
Oh yeah, that's
okay. Is that fair? All right. And if I find any money out here, it's finders keepers. Okay? Okay. All right. So a couple more things I want to tell you before I go get Ozzy, all right? So, I didn't say this already. Yeah, Ozzy goes home with me every day. All right, I have kids at home, I have dogs, I have a cat, and I have chickens. And we spend a lot of time teaching Ozzy to not chase the cat, because the cat would really put him in his place, I know that. And to not chase the chickens, because the chickens feed me breakfast with their eggs. So he knows not to chase other things like that. Dogs, on the other hand, he wants to play with every dog he sees. And my wife and I just got a puppy. She's 4 months old, 5 months old now, and they just play. My kids are older than you, they're in high school, but he likes kids, he's good with people. I used to think that police dogs are big, mean dogs, you know, but our police dogs, all over the state, our police dogs, we like them to like people. Ozzy comes into the office with me every day. He plays with my coworkers. They play with him. They play tug of war. They throw toys for him. But he's part of our family at home and part of the family at work too. So yeah. You guys want me to stop talking and go get my dog? I love the honesty. Big slide one last time. See if we get on the side. You come. What would you put over there? Keys?
Yeah. I hope you find him. I hope you find him. Otherwise, I'm in trouble.
You know where? Oh! You find that?
Okay, all right, guys. So I want to give you guys a chance to ask some questions. All right. So remember, questions, not stories. Okay. I love hearing stories, but we don't have time for those. Okay. So just questions. All right. You've had your hand up for a while. What was the question?
How long is he?
How long is he? I don't know how long he is. I can tell you how much he weighs. He weighs 52 pounds.
Wow!
Okay, so to give you an idea, my last dog was 75 pounds.
Wow!
My dog before that was 110. So they keep getting smaller, which is nice because I'm getting older and I don't want to have to lift a 100-pound dog over a fence. So yeah, the size is good. Yes. Yep. You. if he's far away and he's in a cage, how can he get out? Let's see. Well, like if he's in my car, give me a second. Watch my car. That's how he gets out. I can't close it from here, sorry. So that's how, if I need him, that's how I can get him out from the fire. Good question. Nobody asked that before. Let's see.
How long did it take you to train on?
Oh, you have a question?
How long did it take to train him?
The training is about 6 months, but then we do training all the time. Like this is training. We do training at home. I have my kids go hide in the woods for me, so we do training all the time, all the time. Yes. How does he smell so well? Well, his nose is big. The hard part is teaching him how to tell me he's found something. And that's the hard part. And it's all part of when we're training the dogs to do something, we just kind of break it down into small steps. So like when we first trained him to find evidence like this, the dogs are very curious. They're very curious, so they start sniffing around like they do anyways. And when he finds what I want him to find, I give him his toy. And the first time that happens, he has no idea why he got his toy. But do it again and again and again, and after a while he realizes that, oh, when I find this, I get rewarded for it. So that's how. Does that make sense? Okay. All right. Yes. How does he jump so high? Well, so his breed is they just do. They're very athletic. They're very healthy. They're very fit dogs. And I will tell you, so when we did it this morning for the first class, jumping up into the yellow thing, he had no interest in doing it. So I had to encourage him to do it and show him it's okay and it's safe. And that's what training is all about, teaching him time and time again that everything is okay. So the first time it wasn't pretty. But after that, now he knows he can do it, and then he did it. And we would start with smaller. When I first started working with him, we start with something low, and then make it higher, and make it higher, and make it higher. And even the first time he had to jump an obstacle, we have at the police academy, we have an obstacle that's almost as tall as me. First couple times I had to help him, because he didn't know he could do it. And then after that, he was fine. Yes? Oh, the piece of tissue that's right there? Yeah, there was a piece of paper there that I wanted him to find, but he didn't. But he found the camera instead. Which he wasn't wrong. It just wasn't what I wanted him to do. Yeah, yeah. Let's see. How does he train in the winter? Well, he likes winter. Kinda. I'm not a big fan of winter, but we just do shorter amounts of time so he doesn't get too cold. That's because he's small and because his fur is so thin, he can get colder a little bit quicker. But I don't think he's smart enough to realize he's cold until he gets really, really cold. And I pick on him all the time, but his determination, his drive to get to the goal, to find the person, whatever it is stronger than his understanding that he's cold. So I have to be careful for him. But in the wintertime, we still do all the same training that we do any other time, except agility courses because there's ice on them, and I don't want to take the chance on hurting him. But everything else we do just like we would any other time. Any more over here? Yes. Why is he so small?
Smart.
Oh, smart. Because he takes after me. Was that a good answer? No? Why is he so smart? Because he gets really good training. He gets really good training, and because I train with him all the time. And he is pretty smart. He is smart, but some of that is really just me understanding what makes him want to work, and it's that toy. It's that toy, or a soccer ball, or he's pretty flexible, really. I could take a hat and play with him, and he would probably think this is the best toy in the world. So it's all about making it fun for him. Yes, Officer Bressel.
How come it's okay that he can be in the car?
So, good question. Why is it okay that he's in the car? So you guys, did you close the door?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I was like, wow, that's weird. So like I can tell you right now, it's between 64 and 66 degrees in my car because I have a monitor in there. There's 2 monitors. And if it gets too hot in there, a couple things happen. The windows go down, but there's like wire cage over it so he can't get out. He's still safe. The windows go down. This starts beeping and vibrating. And then the car horn and blue lights start going off. So all of those things, I know that he is safe, and I check on him anyways all the time. But in the back of the car, the K9 cars, we take out the back seats, and so he's got more room than I do, and he also has a bowl of water back there. So I feel safe, even if it gets too hot in there. I know that he's got water and he's comfortable, and I'm checking on him all the time. Good question. Okay. Yes. Can you repeat that for me?
Your kids go out in the woods. Can you explain what that is?
Yeah. No, I just send them out there because they're loud. No. What I'll do is I'll have my kids go out there, and they'll go and hide for me.
Children, right?
My children. Yep. So I'll have my children go out there and hide for me, and then I'll have them bring Ozzy's toy, and then I'll wait a little bit, and they'll have Ozzy do a track. So what he's doing is he's tracking their scent, their odor, to get to them, and when he gets to them, what does he get? His toy. Yeah. So that's how we teach. That's basically how we teach dogs to track people. Is he thinks the person he's tracking has what? His toy. And when we do every training track we do, that is absolutely the case. They have his toy. In real life, if we're tracking somebody, I have his toy, and when we find somebody, I give him the toy. So when he finds people, he gets a toy. So I think we have time for like one more question from each side. Camouflage. What if he can't find somebody? Well, the reality of it is that happens a lot. It's just how it is, you know. But we've had other times where if I can't find him with him, sometimes we'll have one or more K9 teams come in and try to figure it out as well. Because you guys ever have off days at school? Yeah. He has off days too, okay? He has an off day too. So.
Also, what if the obstacle course is too hard for him? Can he do it? Or will he like fell down? Or will people get hurt if he fell down?
Yeah, so it's my job to make sure he doesn't get hurt. So I only send him on things I don't think he'll get hurt on. So that's why I check it out first. And then if he can't do it, it's up to me to help him, to encourage him to be able to make it.
Okay.
So, yeah. All right, one more on this side. I've ignored you guys a little bit. Yes.
How fast is he?
I don't know. I've never been able to time him. He's faster than me, and I bet he's faster than you. That much I know. He's very, very, because he's very small, he's very, very fast.